But not that loudly. My name is Tracy Sepp. I'm a student here at the University of Arizona, and I was told I only have 1 minute, so I'll try to keep it short and sweet. I found out about this forum last night, and I was really inspired to come speak to you. I was also inspired by how many of you recognize that yesterday was International Women's Day? Woo, being a woman. I, as a young woman myself, fear for my safety a lot of the times, regardless of whether or not I'm on campus or off campus. Little 110-pound me against a 210-pound guy anywhere on campus or off campus, I don't stand a chance. I am asking you to please protect my ability and my right to protect myself by supporting this legislation. I feel like if I'm allowed to protect myself elsewhere, I should be allowed to protect myself on my own campus in my own home here. Also, I'd like to thank the police department here at the University of Arizona. I really appreciate their ability to come and respond to any instances that I might face. But one thing my dad has always taught me, that he might not always be there to protect me as much as he would like to. And in the same way, the daddies of University of Arizona and all of us girls here at U of A, they won't be there when I'm faced with a crime. But they will be there to help me pick up the pieces later. I would like to help them by preventing crime in the first place.
My name is Justin Jenkins, and I'm actually not a U of A student this year, but I heard about this on the news, and I feel that when you believe something, you should stand up and say something, regardless of how you see people seeing you. So, I did some research into this, and I found that homicide and suicide are the second and third highest causes of death for kids from the age of 17 to 24. 60% of suicides are accomplished through firearms. 82% of homicides, and this is just in Arizona, homicides are accomplished by firearms. And now most of these instances, I'm not saying they're going to happen on this campus, but it shows that there's enough students who are mentally and emotionally disabled in some way that they can't think logically. And I don't really feel comfortable having students who can sit through an 8-hour class, not be stable, and still carry a weapon on campus. I mean, like we said, this is a place for discourse and arguing and sharing ideas, but I honestly don't feel comfortable sharing an idea with someone who could possibly be emotionally challenged and carrying a weapon. I don't want to piss them off, I'm sorry. I don't want to get shot, I feel bad. I mean, to me, almost done. My last thing is, I see bringing firearms into the U of A campus like dropping a lit match into a bottle of kerosene. It's all going to go up in flames. There's too many emotions, too many hormones. Someone's going to get pissed off and something's going to go wrong. I just don't want weapons there when it happens.
Kidding. He has a lot of faith.
Hi, I'm Stephen Wilwright. I'm a student here at the U of A. I'd like to read a quote from Benjamin Franklin that he mentioned in 1755. He said, those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. I want to point out that if you own a gun and you have a swimming pool in your backyard, your child is 50 times more likely to drown in the swimming pool than to accidentally shoot himself. On the issue of theft, my wife is pregnant and she just barely turned 21, but before she was 21, she could steal alcohol. And if she stole alcohol and drank it, boy, that would definitely be a harm to our baby. The issue of theft of alcohol, though, doesn't prevent us from distributing alcohol to those who legally have the right to have that. The police officers received 36 weeks, apparently, of training. I think that's been pointed out that the concealed carry weapons, the citizens would only receive 8 hours. That's because the police officers have to do the more difficult job of figuring out who's the good guy and the bad guy. The citizens who have the gun can only protect themselves. It's mentioned that the university should be a place of discourse, of discovery, and debate. I dare say that the United States of America, every square inch, should be a place of discovery and discourse and debate. And when you're being mugged, there's not much debate or discovery going on. I happen to have lived in a country for a period of time where guns were not allowed. And I felt very unsafe when I was walking at night, and I was jumped by some people, and I had to run.
About a minute and a half. All right, thank you.
Hi, I'm William Cohen. I am a student here at the U of A majoring in computer science. And as far as I'm concerned, the mere fact that we are even having this debate proves that we have taken the bait from Phoenix, hook, line, and sinker. We are all standing by while our funding is being cut. And what are the legislators trotting out? Bring guns onto campus. Well, let me tell you something. The fact that there are all these signs here that say that this is a weapons-free campus, do you really think that anyone who wants to carry on campus doesn't carry on campus? After all, this is also a drug and alcohol-free campus, and we both know that people bring those things on campus. This is a thinly disguised attempt by our legislators to divert our attention, just as a couple weeks ago when the issue of our severe budget crisis was raised, suddenly the state brought out these bills to attack abortion. It's much more expedient for politicians to trot out these look over here issues than to tackle the difficult problems that we really face. So in conclusion, I would like to thank you for your time, and I would say that this is really much ado about nothing. And we should all be getting on our legislators to fix the real problems that are plaguing this state and to bring back the funding that is needed to maintain our great university. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm Jim Heffelfinger. I'm the father of a freshman this year. So we're not talking about students having guns on campus. We're talking about adults having guns on campus. We're talking about adults that have been through a federal background check, have been fingerprinted, and can carry firearms and protect themselves just about any place else in the state. And if we're wondering about what might happen if we allow that on campus here, we don't have to wonder. We have over 70 college-level campuses throughout the country, not only 2 or 3, that have gone down this road and currently allow that. And what has happened on those campuses? I can tell you nothing has happened on those campuses, except that young lady that was up here speaking is able to walk a couple blocks in the home after a late class, a couple blocks home after class, and she's able to carry that firearm that her dad bought her for college, and her dad trained her how to use. So it's silly to talk about what might happen. I think we know if we actually look at the data. A lot of the reasons I heard for not allowing concealed weapons on campus are embarrassingly illogical. I would think in an environment of higher learning here that everybody here in the audience and everybody behind me would be really looking at the facts and not acting on emotionally overcharged and overly dramatic pleas about something that might happen. Thank you. I'll just close in saying that of the speakers, not including the call to the public, of the speakers that were invited here, there were 5 in support of the bills. There was 8 that opposed the bills, including some of the comments made by our moderator, supposed to be a moderator, and I included Daniel as a neutral. Thank you.